So for the homeopathy for insomnia, we have some wonderful ones. Ignatia is great for anything with grieving, disappointment, stress, worry. I recommend that one in a 200 twice a day if needed. And I keep that by my bed if I'm going through grieving, like when we lost a dog, when I lost my grandpa, those kinds of things. Caliphosphoricum is great for, it's a great brain remedy. It's a cell salt, and I'll talk about that for overwork, drowsy, exhaustion. And I recommend that one in a 6X. So I put a couple things that I thought might be helpful for this crowd. So aching and arthritis. Rhus tox 200 twice a day and Bryonia 30 twice a day. I was working actually with a veteran out of New Mexico, and he was going he had terrible knee pain. He'd already had knee surgeries. And I told him about these remedies. I was working with him with partner co stuff, but he was in so much pain. I said, you got to take this. And so he started taking this, and he was like, oh my gosh, this stuff actually works. I can't believe it. He was an army guy, and his body had been beat up, right? So I'm not saying it's going to take away every pain and make it so you don't have to have surgery, but I'm going to say that it makes it so it's tolerable. And I gave it to my dog. She lived almost 15. And I would stop giving it to her for a little while, thinking, oh, she doesn't need it anymore. And my husband would say, why is the dog not going up the stairs and she's barking like she can't walk up the stairs? I said, oh, I stopped giving the homeopathy. I didn't think it was helping. He was like, start it again. Because after a week, she would go back to it. So there's a lot of times that we can stop it. That's the goal with homeopathy, is to take it for a little while and come off of it. Unlike when you go to the doctor and I say they give you a lifetime of you've got to take this medication. That's not the goal with homeopathy, but there are certain times when you do need to take it more long term. And with arthritis with my dog, I did have her on it for 2 years until she passed away. So allergies, we talked about that. Allergy calm, calcarea carbonica to help your immune system, just to prevent it. Sabadilla and histaminum, those two. Sabadilla really helps with that itchiness that's happening right then. So I keep that one on hand. Also, there's a great one for spasmodic sneezing, which is what I would deal with. I just couldn't stop sneezing. Histaminum is to get your histamines down and to help your body be able to handle the allergens that are around, preventing flu and illness. So my husband used to do the flu vaccine every year for the military. And I said, okay, sweetie, once you get her out, we're not doing that anymore. And we use this 200 just during the flu season. And you know what? It's a lot more effective. A lot more people are getting sick around him. And he works 2 jobs in the winter. So this really helps him. Also, if you're starting to feel that tickle in the throat, I always tell my kids, soon as you feel it, you take ferrum phosphoricum, and I will take it. I was over at the hospital. I've been helping a family member. And so I started to feel that. I'm like, I'm just going to take that. And I've been around a lot of people that are sick. You can take it as a preventative, like when we're traveling, if I feel like we're going to need it, or like when my kids do theater and they're really pushing their bodies, or going to be at a camp, then that's something I will take actually as a preventative. We call it homeoprophylaxis. There's another option for high cholesterol. My husband went to the doctor and they said, okay, we're going to put you on a statin. My husband said, my wife won't let me take a pharmaceutical. Do you have anything natural? And this was before I knew about homeopathy. So they put him on red yeast rice extract, which is not homeopathy. It is a supplement. And he told him, yeah, that one works well. I've seen it well in the study. So he started taking that one. But there is a homeopathic called cholesterinum that you can take as an alternative. And I always say this caveat, I'm not giving medical advice. You need to go through your doctor. You need to work on getting off of medication with them. Don't ever stop a medication, but you can work with them and see if you can get it, start moving that direction.